Hi guys, welcome back again. In the previous session, I was able to solve question 1 of this paper. In this session, so let me walk you through on solving question 2. So draw one line from each security feature to its most appropriate description. So the security features are firewall, farming, antivirus software, and encryption. So you're asked to draw a line to this. So first and foremost, let's try to understand what these 4 terms are so that we can know the correct block to match it with. So firewall. Firewall is a software that it can be a software, it can be an hardware. Okay, so it stands in between the computer and the network and an external network. So this manages the inflow and outflow of traffic into a computer system. Okay, so that's what firewall does. It does filter information in and out of the computer system based on a certain criteria. So that is what firewall does. And farming is just a malicious software that is installed on the computer system to redirect users to a fake website without the knowledge of the users, just to redirect users to a fake website so that the owners of this or the person who wrote this code can steal the user's personal information, while antivirus software helps to scan for malicious software that may be installed on the computer system and either quarantine it for user to decide if they want to delete or allow, or it deletes itself. While encryption is that form of changing a data, okay, changing a data to another form that the person who did not encrypt it will not understand. So encryption is used for data security so that data is not stolen during transmission from one network to another. So when if that data is stolen or intercepted, then the interceptor cannot understand the message. So these are the 4 concepts. So let's try and draw this line to match it with this description. Okay. Now the first one, convert data to an alternative form. So that will be encryption. Redirect user to a fake website. Of course, that should be farming. Verifies the authenticity of data. Authenticity of data. Now verifies the authenticity of data. That is not here. It's not in any of these 4 things that I just explained. Scan files on the hardware for malicious software, that is antivirus software, and accept or reject incoming and outgoing packets based on criteria, and that should be firewall. I hope this is understood. Now, the next question, draw a logic circuit for the logic expression. X equals to not A and not B, or not B and not C. So when you are solving this kind of question, you must take note of the brackets. Okay, so the brackets are as the ones you solve first. So let's solve it bracket by bracket. So the first bracket is not A and not B. So that means there's an AND gate between A and B, but we did not gate first. Is that understood? So that means we have to draw the not A, okay, then not B. There's an AND gate between the 2 nots. So just draw the AND gate. Then this is fed into the first AND, and this is fed into the second AND gate. So this is the first bracket. So you also do the second bracket as well. Not B and not C. So B is already has a NOT gate, so you do need to add an extra NOT gate. Not C, you add a NOT gate to C. Okay, now AND gates between both. then you draw an AND gate. So let me draw it well. Now you feed in NOT B into the AND gate and NOT C into the AND gate. Okay. Now the two brackets are what? Are joined by an OR gate. Okay, so this bracket or this bracket. So that means between the two AND gates, you should have an OR gate. Okay, so this is the first input and second input. So this is the OR gate. Okay, now can you see that we are done with the total brackets, right? And this NOT is for the whole bracket. So that means I should have a NOT gate after the OR gate. So this is the diagram. I hope this is well understood. Now the next question. Complete the truth table for the logic expression x equals to not A and not B or this working space. So you have to show your working space. So let's do this. Okay. So how do you do this and accomplish is very well. So the first thing you should note is you have not A, not B. So you have an AND gate, right? Then not B, not C, then you have an OR gate. So you can just write, you can make this output, this whole output of AND gate to be, let's say, D, and this whole output to be E. Is this understood? So I have D, then E. Then the whole order, this D or E. So this output is D, this output is E, then this is D or E. Okay, so D or E, let's call the output F. Okay, so D or E, let's call the output F. Then the final output will be not F. I hope this is understood. Or to prevent confusion, you can also do it this way instead of D, E, F. So you can find not A to make your work easier. So not A, okay, then not B and not C. Do you understand? So you can find that first so that not A and not B becomes a D. So you can just call it D. Okay, not B and not C, you can call it E. Then this output which is D, this output which is E, then the OR, that is D or E, you can call this F. So that not F becomes the output. Is this understood? So you can also do it this way to make your work easier. Then you draw your line. Okay, so let me take my ruler to draw the line. Now you draw your line neatly to make your work easier. Okay, now that you've drawn your line, so then the next thing to find is not A. So with this, your work will be much more easier for you to solve. Okay, so not A. So this will be 1, that is not 0, not 0, not 0, not 0, not 1, not 1, not 2. I hope you understand this. So this will be 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. Then not B will be not 0, not 0, not 1, not 1, and so on. So this will be 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. And not C is not 0, not 1, and so on. So that will be 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. Then what is E? Not A and not B. So not A and not B is for D. Okay, D is not A and not B. So that will be 1 and 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. You can see that everything is now much more easier. And E is not B and not C. Not B and not C. Then this is 1, 0, okay. And this would be 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Because it is not B and not C. I hope this is understood. So only this gives us 1. Others Oh, sorry, there's a mistake here. So this is 1 and 1, 1, 1 and 0, 0, 0 and 1, 0, 0 and 0, 0, 1 and 1 should be 1 here. Okay, 1 and 0, 0, 0 and 1, 0 and 0, 0. So 1 and 1 should be 1. Okay, so that was a mistake. And the next thing is the OR gate. The F is D or E, isn't it? So 1 or 1, 1, 1 or 0, 1, then 0 or 0, 0, 0 or 0, 0, 0 or 1, 1, and this is 0, 0, 0. Then the final output will be not F, that is not of the final thing, right? So this will be not 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, which is 2 marks. I hope this is well understood. Okay, let's explain the examiner's report for question 2 and 3. For question number 2, for this question on security features and description, there were some good answers to this question. Many candidates were able to match farming and antivirus software to their correct description. There was some confusion with encryption and firewalls, with quite a few responses mapping encryption to verifying authentication of data. So many candidates mapped encryption to authentication of data, which is not true. And if you remember, when I explained this 4 times, I did not explain anything that have to do with verification of data. Now, question 3. The question required careful attention to the positioning of brackets. Remember, when I was solving this question, I said that the brackets are very important. You consider the bracket first before you solve this question, because the brackets as distinguish or tells you the precedence at which this question should be solved. And the examiner said that some candidates found this challenging. There were some there were several logic circuits with 2 input NOT gates, and candidates incorrectly placed NOT A and NOT B with a single NAND gate. So I think I've also seen that in the past with my students. When they see NOT A and NOT B, they think that this is one NAND gate of A and B. So my students also make this kind of mistakes. So don't make this kind of mistakes. So don't assume that when you have an AND with 2 NOT gate, then that is an AND gate. It is not an AND gate. Okay, so that was why I said that you solve this as a single entity, solve this as a single entity, and use this AND gate to combine both inputs to one logic gate. And the examiner also said that candidates should be aware of the need for care when drawing the shapes of the logic circuit. It was sometimes very difficult to differentiate between OR gates and AND gates, and NOT gates were often shown without the circle. Yeah, my students also make these mistakes a lot in their assessments. They always draw a different shape or a shape that does not exist as AND or even exclusive OR gate. So you see them drawing several shapes that is not even in what textbook they have written. So many candidates always make this mistake as well. So be careful to draw the shape in the right form and not in an abnormal form that does not represent the logic gates. Okay, now, okay, I've explained that. This question is now for question 3b, which have to do with the logic expression, the truth table. Um, This question also needed careful attention to the positioning of brackets. A common incorrect answer was the opposite of the correct solution, where candidates had correctly worked out the values for the bracketed expression, then omitted to invert the value for the final note. So, according to this report, most candidates forgot to evaluate this final note in their final answer. They only stop at this column for F. So I hope this is well understood. So thank you for your time. In the next section, I will solve this question 5. So meet me in the next section for question 5. Thank you for your time, and see you again.